Hello, everybody. My name is Maple Pine, and welcome to the fourth episode of my Minecraft Let's Play series. We are currently in the kind of a tight space, and that's because I wanted to check the rates of the glow squidding farm. Uh, and that is quite a bit more than I thought I would be getting, because it was really slow the last time I ran it, last episode. But I did leave this going for, I'd say, 3 hours. And honestly, I think that's basically all I need. So that's very good news. Part of the cold open that I've been working on actually is behind here, in these hoppers. As I've finally gone through all of the chests and filled them up with filler items. I've used poppies because I have a bunch because of my iron farm, which I haven't been using. That rain's really loud. Yeah, and I've gone and named all of these poppies, hence why I have 100 less levels than last episode. And I'm not sure if you guys know what all these poppies mean, but I decided to go on a theme. And that theme is some of the Beatles music I like. But I'm guessing most of you guys probably don't know what these are. But then I realized after doing these modules that I have a lot of chests, and I kind of started running out of Beatles songs I kind of really liked. So then I just resorted to just spamming made my life way more easier, made the process way faster, and this still took like a good 30 minutes to an hour to fill out. But the important thing is now we get to test and see if I placed everything correctly. The problem with this is if I didn't place everything correctly and these leaves, when I put it into the system, get lost, then I will have to go check every single chest, because I don't really have another way to go about this. So I'm really hoping that all the leaves end up in the overflow store system right behind me. So this is okay. I'm just gonna go to free cam to see. Okay, we're hearing clicking. Yep, and we see the items. Get that turn my hitboxes on as well. Okay, so the items are flowing through. Good. Okay, so all right, so that's a good sign, I guess. And now it's a long waiting game where we wait for all the items to slowly make it through all of the hoppers and make it till the end of the line over here. So I guess we'll just have to wait for that to happen. It's been about let's say a good minute, and no signs yet. Uh which is kind of concerning. I should have probably seen some items come through now, actually, now that I think about it. So a few items should have come here. Okay, guys, so a bit of a problem. I've given this about like 3 minutes. Nothing's shown up. Maybe I have to wait a bit longer, but I don't think that's the case, and there's probably something wrong with the wiring, which means I have to go and check every individual hopper and troubleshoot some way to figure out where things are going. Oh, this is really annoying. Okay, guys, I think I did all the troubleshooting for at least this half of the store system. This half I haven't touched yet, but hopefully if I put this leaf in, we will eventually be able to see it come through and land in that hopper over here. Let's see if we can get up there. There we go, yeah. So hopefully it will appear in this hopper sometime soon, and that will confirm that at least this side of the system works properly. So I had to do a bit more troubleshooting, but the item does come through, but it's about 5 minutes, so it's really, really slow. But there's really nothing I can do about that. Yeah, but so this side is good. It's good to know. But now the bigger problem is this side, and we gotta make sure that this side works as well. Yep, no items yet. Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay. There we go. I'm hoping that's the solution. Probably not, though. There's probably another gem somewhere else. Okay, so all the troubleshooting is done. Now if I were to, let's say, put the sleeve block into this chest now, finally, hopefully, I should get it in these chests. But one very painful thing I've learned is that this is a very, 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 very slow system, and it may take up to like, I'd say give it like 10 minutes for it to come through. So while that happens, I'm actually gonna explain the project, the main project for today. That wasn't meant to take too much time. It was supposed to work straight away. So the main project for today is to actually start collecting all the items to put into the sorting systems. And I've decided to start that by doing all the wood categories. Now, I do have a wood farm, as I've mentioned before. You guys probably see it from this cliff edge. Uh, yes, it's this thing over here. That's the wood farm. And that wood farm allows me to farm oak, birch, and and spruce. However, oak does tend to break it, so I use it with ease, with caution. But yeah, I've already organized all of these. I've tried getting one stack, a full stack, except for spruce slabs, because that's just how the numbers work out, as well as fence and doors, but everything else is a full stack. And I've collected all of them for all three types of wood here, because they're easily farmable. I've also included the leaves and the saplings in this category. And I think what I'm going to now do is I'm going to go look around the world and kind of adventure a bit because I really haven't been adventuring in a long while. I'm going to adventure around and just, gather all the tree variants. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. And I think the easiest way to do this is probably just to go and find the trees, chop a bunch of them down, and then bring them over to my base. But before we leave, I am going to wait for the items to come through, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, yeah, that took like 15 minutes. Uh, so I had to put down my headphones and just walk away for a bit. But it does show that the sorting system does work, which means I can move on and start collecting items. Okay, and I think the first one I'm gonna collect now is actually acacia because I do live in the savanna biome and I have wanted to clear out most of the trees here anyway. So I think I'm just gonna go into a little montage section where I just cut out many trees and stuff. Um I think after this biome I'm probably just gonna go and do the jungle biome and also the dark oak biome because I know where those are. So with that, I'll see you guys in a bit. With this bit of a thunderstorm going on. Okay. But so far I've collected jungle, acacia, and dark oak. I've also collected some of the mushroom blocks while I was in the dark oak forest. I'm not sure if I'm gonna group these with the trees, but I have to get them anyway sometime, right? So might as well get them early. Yeah, so far we have six tree variations, and we have a few more to go. I can't really list them off the top of my head. Uh, but we do have to get the cherry blossoms as well as mangrove, I think, and I think that's about it. Oh, and also the nether trees, which I will get in due time. But before I do that, I wanted to, take a little break and show you guys something really fun that is going to happen down here. Now, if I remember correctly, this is all the ingredients I need. Boop, boop, and boop, to make a netherite hoe. And this should give me, yeah, the serious dedication to champ achievement, which is really fun. Yeah, yeah, so now I look all dapper and such. Yeah, no, but I really am using this hoe just to get those extra saplings. Jungle trees happen to have a very low drop rate for some reason, so this hoe has really come into use. And actually, while I'm at it, might as well name this thing, right? Yeah, so hoe isn't a very flattering name, so I think I'll name it, let's see, Floozy. Now that we got the floozy in our hands, I think I'm going to go and get the rest of the wood types. I was originally going to record everything, but for the sake of getting everything into one video, all the woods in one video, and maintaining the theme of this episode, I think I'm just going to again time-lapse it. I'm sorry, guys. Uh, but yeah, so I think the nether types we have left are the crimson, warped, cherry blossom, mangrove, and bamboo. And also, I know that the what's it called? The new whitewood, I forgot what it's called, is available. However, I'm playing on 1.21.3, which is the version right before, due to all the mods I'm using that aren't currently fully updated. So yeah, other than that, I think I'll be able to get all of the wood types in. I give myself like a day because I got other stuff to do in real life. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I'm just doing this solely off of memory. But if I'm getting my directions correct, yep, there's a jungle here, and there should be a bamboo forest just, yep, here. And I just thought, it'd be kind of fun to knock these down. See, it's kind of like a fun way to collect these things. Yeah, and we get a bunch without wasting too much time here, which I can't complain about at all. Yeah. So I think this can be me for a bit here, for a while. Okie dokie. So that didn't take too long. I rethought, and I don't think I need to fill up the whole chakra box. And also, there was an explosion here. Luckily, I didn't lose my shulker box. And I think we're just gonna fly back and craft all the necessary items. But the thing is, I actually don't know if there are any bamboo exclusive items or if there's anything different. Oh, well, we're already here. Okay. Because for the other wood types, because they all have similar crafting recipes, I would just look at this and then copy whatever I have here, just here, right? Here, here, they're all the same, right? All the same layout. But bamboo is a bit different. So I think I'll probably have to look up the layouts on something like on a creative world. Okay, so I believe that this is all of the bamboo related blocks, and I've got to say I really do like the texture on these guys. I did consider adding scaffolding to this mix, but I think scaffolding belongs more with the reds in the redstone territory than this. But I'm not really sure. Okay, so so far all of the ingredients have just been purely made out of wood. Scaffolding does include string when you're making it, so I don't think it would fit into this group of blocks. Okay, so that's another one down. And now the next one I think I'm gonna tackle is mangrove. Pretty sure there's a swamp biome in this direction. Not sure if there's a what's it called? I'm not sure if there's a mangrove biome, but I'm pretty sure there's a swamp biome here. Maybe because I have gone there to collect clay once. Or I might be completely wrong, and I might be flying in the completely wrong direction. Yep, so I lied, and I think it's in the other direction, so we're flying back past our base. And also, note about this hole. I want to get the hole all the way down to bedrock, and, chopping up all the bamboo at the jungle here kind of reminded me of one of the projects I really wanted to do, and that is build another bamboo farm. But more importantly, more than the bamboo farm, I have a really big project I want to build in that gigantic hole I've been digging. And I really just haven't had the time nor the resources to do that. So I think after I build my solar system, that's gonna be next. But it's not the point right now. The important thing is we found a mangrove biome. So my memory was kind of correct, I guess. Just went in the wrong direction. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do. I've also never played around with mangrove blocks, so I really don't know what I need to collect. But my suspicion is I have to collect these separately. What can I I have no idea what this does, but I guess it's more of a decorative block. Whoa! What? Okay. What did I just dig up? What is this? Muddy mangrove roots. Oh, my guess is what? Like this? Ah, okay. Um, hmm. I'm gonna collect these as well, I guess. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna include them in the wood category though. Looks like scaffolding. I guess it'd be nice to have. It's just a moss carpet. I don't need those. Okay. It's pretty cool. I've really never been in this biome. Oh, it's so weird. I feel like I feel so old, even though I'm not. So, and if I'm pretty sure these things are what make them grow, I think. I think. Okay. I'm not sure if these drop anything other than sticks. Okay, so I don't really have a use for my netherite hole here, I guess. Oh, unless it... Yeah, I don't think it... Okay. Alright, that's good to know. But I do also need to collect the... Oh, I also need to collect the leaves itself, so I'll have to shear these guys. Okay, I think there's a bit more here to collect than the other tree variants, which is all fun, I guess. So I'll get to that and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. And I'm back just to give you guys a little update on what's happening. So all the mangrove items have been collected. I've also decided to just add scaffolding to this group because the color's so similar, as well as adding muddy mangrove roots to this category as well. And holy crap, guys. Mangrove trees gave me such a big headache. I didn't understand what their structure was, so I would just take my hoe. You can see how bad the durability is right now. Just spam everywhere, getting all the leaves out of the way so I can just, you know, actually get the logs. But then I figured out halfway through that there is a pattern, but it's a really random pattern, very erratic pattern. And Mojang, why? Uh, yeah, but other than that, I think it's a very nice color. It's different from many of the other wood types and just other blocks in general. So I think it's a very nice palette to have available. Um, and with that, we have one more overall tree that we need to go find, which is the sakura, I think, or the cherry sapling. So I do have the cherry wood sapling here in my inventory because I did find one at some point on this world. But I have no idea where. Which is a bit of a problem, but my guess is I think it's over this way. Uh, so that's gonna be a bit difficult to find because I have no idea at all where I should be going. Yeah, and I know that there is the pale oak forest or whatever, but my version I'm playing on right now is 1.21.3 because all the mods and data packs haven't been updated yet. So I'll have to get that on a later date. But for this moment, I'm going to grab one of the empty shulker boxes. I need to also grab a few more fireworks again. Just gonna grab ooh, it looks like I'm running out a bit now. I'm gonna grab a stack like that, and I'm going to fly in this general direction, I think. Ah, finally, okay. I was worried that my elytra wouldn't have enough durability to get back. Luckily we aren't too far. Yeah, so I have been here. Yeah, as you can see, I did just, I don't know why I did this, but I took out all the leaves for some reason. I unfortunately don't have too much durability left on my axe. It's been annoying. But, we found what we came for. Oh, I guess I could have just grown, the trees at my base. I'm just gonna ignore that fact. Okay, and we're just going to shear this just so we get the block, and I'm just gonna start collecting all these trees. I don't really think there's a lot though, so I'm just gonna chop all them down, and we'll see where we get from there. Okay, so for a second there, I was really determined. Oh, okay, all right. So for a second there, I was really determined to decimate this whole area. I think I'm gonna just go back to my base and bone meal this. Just because there's not a lot of cherry trees left. And I don't want to be a menace to nature, right? Because nature is beautiful or whatever. And also I want to save this area so that I can build maybe like a flower farm just for these flowers because they're really nice. They're a really nice building block. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go F3. Find a nice number. Like, okay, so gonna write in my trusty notepad here. Let's see what number. I like round numbers, so I'm gonna do cherry blossom and then write the overall coordinates and later in time, somewhere down the line, I'll make another portal to this location. 1024. Let's say. Oh, nope. Done. Okay, so now that's logged. So now I always know where the cherry blossom biome is, and yeah. It's gonna be a long episode, guys. A lot of editing just to condense this down. But we did collect everything for the cherry whatever trees. And now I only have two more trees left. Those being the ones in the nether and guys, I can't be bothered to kind of give any sort of, exposition about that. So I'm just gonna cut right to it. Okay. Let's just do a transition like let's see. Just do like a very snazzy transition like this. Okay. And with the click of a finger, The mess of shulker boxes are now gone, and they've magically appeared in my inventory. And we see that we have all the items that we've collected so far. Let's see. Yep, these are the two nether trees I've collected. And also, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I've also added two more items, the sign and the hanging signs, because I forgot about them. And I thought they belonged in this category, although it doesn't really, they're not grouped together for some reason in the creative menu. Don't know why. So, yeah, that's all the items I've collected so far for the woods. Oh god, that took really long, but now there's another task I need to do, and that is to actually put the items into the item storage system. And I think I'm gonna use this hallway and this hallway on top uh for that occasion, as it's, the closest and it's the easiest to get to. So I think I'm just gonna do that. It's really simple. I just have to slot the items into the necessary categories. And I think I'm gonna go by the order that the trees were introduced into the game, in chronological order. That's probably the cleanest way to do this. Alright, guys, all the dirty work is done. And this took like so long, way too long. And it's not the time that's the problem. It's that it's very monotonous. And yeah, I I can't wait to do all the rest of the modules. Ha ha ha. But anyway, if we see here, I'm not sure if you guys saw the design of these before, but I purposely fully left like a blank slot over here so I can place all the items. Here, I can show you guys a blank one. Yeah, so all of the hallways are built like this so that I can place items over there for display purposes. I don't really have a functional purpose otherwise. So I have all that displayed. And I also the numbers didn't really match up with the amount of chests here, so I left a few gaps in between each wood type because I'm just assuming that at some point Mojang will probably add more things like the recently added hanging sign that will fit into this category. So it won't be a bad idea to let that empty. Yeah, and so I've done this to every single group. And so now what we should be able to do is actually sort all of our wood types. I've cleaned most of the other shulkers that were just lying around that were empty. And also, another thing, I decided not to include the leaves and the saplings in this category because I thought they'd probably fit better in like its own like farming category or something. But let's see. Um, okay, so if you were to grab a shulker box like this with like a mix of items, as well as a shulker box like, let's see, like this one with a bunch of items, and let's see if there's another one with a bunch of wood in it. Um, doesn't seem to be another one that just mainly wood. So I guess I'll just start with these two, start out light. I guess what couldn't hurt. So what I'm going to do now is actually test the system and see if it works properly. Okay, this is a pretty hefty first run. I have tried the system with just by placing individual items, but testing with the shulker box is the first. So I'm gonna throw these two in. They're gone. Good. I heard a click. I'm just gonna get free cam. Okay, and also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start this timer. Okay. All right. Hopefully the items start moving out. Yep, and I hear clicking. Good. The items are slowly making their way over. Okay, so hopefully that means that the items are gonna start getting sorted soon. And eventually they'll end up over here. Now, I've mentioned before in this video that this takes a very long time. And the reason I started the timer is just to see how long it actually took. Because I'm pretty sure it took about like 15 minutes until I saw items filtering in here. So I'm just gonna put my headphones down. I don't know, watch podcast or something and wait it out. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I think at the 12 minutes and 30 seconds mark, the first items came through. Uh, just, I thought it'd be slower, honestly. I thought it'd be like 20 minutes. So I guess that's not too bad. And so okay, so one thing I could have done to make this type of sorting system faster is actually using water here instead of hoppers, right? And I did consider that. But the thing is, I want this to be running even when I'm not in the area, right? Oh, items are still flowing in, okay. And but the problem is, right, if I have if I perhaps, unload the chunk and come back in, whoop, and items are still flowing through here, I was just worried that they might despawn. And so that's why I went with the safer method of hoppers. And also that also just I don't know. Less entities I think in the area maybe or something. I don't really know. Yeah, and that's why I tried to use water minimally. I kind of used water here because it's just way faster to do that. And also I had to like go upwards. I could have built, some what's this called? Dispense dropper elevators, but they're very costly and they do also take a bit of computer power to generate. So yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. It's not the fastest way, but it's nicest way to make my world not implode on me. Wow, okay. So that was a very long episode. And what did we do today? We found all the wood types. One thing we did. And also we sorted all the wood types. And we made sure that the item sorter is working. So really, we didn't do too much today, but I'm really happy with the results, and I can't wait to get back again for the next episode. Have a good day. Bye bye.